Hi everyone. So here we are at the top of the Mount of Olives, and you can't tell from this perspective, but this is the largest and oldest Jewish cemetery in the world. And what is unique about the spot is the incredible views. And right now we're looking at the Temple Mount, and of course you can see the Dome of the Rock. And the Rock is probably the holiest place here in Jerusalem. It most certainly is the holiest place for the Jewish people. So what is this rock? The Even HaShatia. It's what Jews believe to be the foundation stone, where God created the universe, where God created Adam and Eve, and in some traditions where they are buried. It's where Abraham takes his son Isaac up and binds him as a sacrifice to the Lord before the Lord tells him, no, we don't do that, okay? No sacrifices of human beings. It's where David buys the threshing floor and where he puts the Ark of the Covenant. It's where King Solomon builds the first temple, which is destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar, and where Zerubbabel builds the second temple, which is expanded by the Hasmoneans, the Maccabees, and later King Herod, only to be destroyed again by the Romans in the year 70 CE. Lots of things have happened here. Jesus turns over the money changers' tables there as well, and Muhammad ascends into heaven on his night journey. So it's actually a holy spot for all three of the great monotheistic faiths. Hi everyone, so here we are on the Mount of Olives. As you can tell, there's a cemetery just below us, and this is actually the oldest and largest Jewish cemetery in the world. Some of the tombs here date back 3,200 years, and there are some of the prophets from the Old Testament are buried here, as well as some incredible rabbis who were considered sages throughout the ages, and even Prime Minister Menachem Begin is buried here. And if you look down, it goes all the way down to the Kidron Valley, where some of the Second Temple period tombs are, including Absalom's tomb, which may actually be the tomb of John the Baptist, or maybe a Maccabean tomb of one of the Maccabean kings, John. The most interesting thing that you can see from here, if you follow your way up to the walls of the old city and you run your finger along the walls of the old city, there's a tower in the middle of the old city with an M-shaped structure inside the tower, and that's Golden Gate, where Jesus is supposed to come down from the Mount of Olives and walk into the Golden Gate, which will be the second coming. So Jerusalem, of course, is holy to all three monotheistic religions. Islam, here you can see the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Grey Dome, the Dome of the Rock. Beyond it, to the further a little bit to the left, you can see the two Grey Domes, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where Jesus was entombed, crucified, and resurrected. And then to the left, beyond the Al-Aqsa Mosque, you can see in the distance a white dome, which is the center of the Jewish quarter of the Old City, the Hurva Synagogue. Of course, Jerusalem being holy to all three monotheistic faiths. So here we are on the Mount of Olives overlooking the Temple Mount. It's the most important place in Judaism. On that spot, God tells Abraham, go to the region of Moriah, bring your son, your favorite one, as a sacrifice unto me. And he binds Isaac's hands. He brings him to the top of the mountain, and at the last minute, an angel comes and says, no, you don't have to kill your son. Okay, Abraham sacrifices a ram instead. In Judaism, this is the most significant moment we have, that our God is a loving God who does not demand us to make human sacrifice, which is what was going on in the world at the time in all the pagan religions. This is also a foreshadowing of Jesus' sacrifice for all the sins of humanity.